Hi guys, today's video is on a subject that I've never heard mentioned on YouTube before. This relates to both mainstream and underground hip-hop. The title of this video is Eminem ripped off Chino XL. Now I imagine most of you don't know who Chino XL is. Underground hip-hop legend Chino XL. I would say maybe 99% plus of you guys watching this video don't know who Chino XL is. I will be mentioning Chino XL in an upcoming installment of my top rappers list. That is forthcoming in the future, in the next 6 months to a year. But Chino XL, basically, in my opinion, is the rapper that Marshall Mathers, Eminem, Slim Shady ripped off the most. Chino XL originally lived in, I think, Southern California, and then he moved to New Jersey when he was in junior high or high school. So he went from the West Coast to the East Coast when he was in junior high or high school, grade 7 to 12, probably between grades 7 to 9 maybe. Chino XL today is associated with Viper Records, of course, and that's association with the owner, I believe, of Viper Records, Immortal Technique, the famous underground political hip-hop artist, Immortal Technique. Now, upon listening to Chino XL's first studio album, Here to Save You All, and that album, Here to Save You All, came out in, I'm going to say it came out in April of 1996. So this is long before Eminem, Marshall Mathers ever received any mainstream recognition. Several years before Eminem signed with Dr. Dre. In April of 1996, so nearly 22 years ago, Chino XL dropped his first studio album, Here to Save You All. And when I first listened to this album years ago, I could see the resemblance of Eminem ripping off Chino XL right away. I could see it right away. I could see the things like the punchlines, clowning on celebrities, making fun of celebrities, dropping current events that are in the news. At the time of Chino XL's album, it would have been things like the O.J. Simpson trial, or Nancy Kerrigan and Tonya Harding, things like that. Things like that were mentioned on Chino XL's first album. He mentioned like the Reverend Jesse Jackson, L. Sharpton, the Reverend L. Sharpton, Joey Buttafuoco, things like that, like current pop culture events, and included them on almost every song in the album. Now, that is something that Eminem, Marshall Mathers did on at least his first 3 or 4, I would say 4. Eminem on his albums, the Slim Shady EP, the Slim Shady EP. This is slightly before he signed with Dr. Dre, when the Slim Shady EP came out, followed by the first mainstream album of his, the Slim Shady LP, and then the Marshall Mathers LP, and then the Eminem show, and maybe not music from 8 Mile or the 8 Mile OST or original soundtrack, but Eminem's album Encore as well. On all those albums I just mentioned, it's blatantly obvious that Eminem ripped off Chino XL's style. Like I said, the punchlines, clowning celebrities. I don't need to repeat Eminem's. And I'm not saying that Eminem is a bad rapper. He's a very skilled rapper, but he's nowhere near as skilled as Chino XL. Like everything, the punchlines, the metaphors, the similes, the battle bars, I'm a smart, intelligent, yet extremely tough street guy kind of persona. I'm a intelligent, tough battle rapper persona. Like, those are obviously ripped off from Chino XL. The intelligent, tough guy, street smart battle rapper persona. Even getting high or using drugs kind of persona. Or although those kind of themes or motifs were also ripped off of other artists, like Cage, for example. Eminem ripped him off pretty bad. Twisted, formerly known as House of Crazies, Raps on Contact, or the R.O.C., the Insane Clown Posse, Kid Rock, Awesome Dre, Big Herc, and of course, Esham especially. All of these are Michigan rappers that Eminem would have probably even met in person at hip-hop shows in Detroit, in the greater Detroit area, before he became famous. All of those guys Eminem ripped off, but mostly so when it came to his Slim Shady, lyrical, tough guy, street smart, battle rapper style, lyrical style. Chino XL is the guy he ripped off. Now, I've never heard Chino XL in probably, let's say, what's going to be soon 19 years, or even, let's say, 20 years, which will be, it's almost been 20 years since the Slim Shady EP came out. The Slim Shady EP, of course, caught the attention of somebody working for Aftermath / Interscope, and the tape was passed on, that album, that EP, the Slim Shady EP, was passed on to Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre, and then, of course, you see the rise of Eminem from there. But so in the last 20 years, Chino is never mentioned. He's never mentioned. Sorry, that was a kind of a camera error there, where my shirt raised up. Whatever. He's never. Chino XL's never mentioned Eminem ripping him off, and this is sad to me as a hardcore hip hop fan, as a fan of hip hop purity, of hip hop history, because this matters in hip hop. Being original, having your own style in hip hop is very, very important to real hip hop heads, to true hip hop purists. Hip hop purists, that's what matters. Being original, not biting, which is funny because Eminem had a song, I'm not sure, but I think it was on his album Infinite, called Biter Phobia. He had a song called Biter Phobia, and it had Proof on it, and it had maybe other members of what became D12 on it. But Eminem, Marshall Mathers, is one of the biggest biters of them all. Like I said, Cage, Twisted, the R.O.C., Big Herc, Awesome Dre, Blade Icewood, Esham, especially Esham, and the other guys that who were in Natus with Esham, Mastermind, TNT. He's a huge biter, Eminem. I don't dislike him. He's a great rapper, but he's a huge biter of these guys. Chino XL especially. And why hasn't Chino XL mentioned this? And it's been 20 years since the Slim Shady EP was released. Chino XL has never mentioned, not once, has he ever mentioned how Eminem has blatantly ripped off his intelligent, lyrical, streetwise, tough guy, battle rapper persona. The punchlines, the similes, the metaphors, the clowning on celebrities, mentioning pop culture, mentioning dissing. He does very similar. When Eminem was in his beefs with Benzino or like Everlast, or even ICP, the Insane Clown Posse, or Limp Bizkit, whoever, even other, pop stars like NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, the style of dissing, the battle rap style of the street smart, tough guy battle rap style of dissing, Eminem blatantly ripped off of Chino XL. And who famously did Chino XL beef with? And I think this ended Chino XL's career in the mainstream. And sadly, it did. And Chino XL is a great rapper, and Chino XL has since then obviously squashed this beef and become friends of the living members of the great hip-hop group Outlaws. Chino XL had a big beef with Tupac Shakur. Chino XL, of course, is a much more lyrical rapper than the late great Tupac. And Chino XL, maybe to get dap, to get fame, to raise his kind of status as an artist, he took aim on the radio in a radio freestyle very, very hard at Tupac. He dissed Tupac incredibly bad in this freestyle. And he also made reference to Tupac getting raped in jail on his debut album, Here to Save You All. I think it was on the track Riot with West Coast rap legend Ras Kass. Ras Kass is another rapper who I'm going to mention forthcoming in my Top Rappers series. If Chino XL hadn't basically verbally destroyed the late great Tupac Shakur, his career would have gone further. Very, very soon, in September of 1996, Tupac tragically had his life taken. And this was shortly, just months after, the radio disc came out, and from Chino XL towards Tupac, and the diss on the song Riot. And basically, that did damage at the time, great damage to Chino XL's career, which is a sad thing, because Chino XL is such a skilled, talented, multi-talented, insane lyricist, great rapper, and that's a shame, because Chino XL did that, it really sunk his career in the mainstream. Of course, I'm not the biggest fan of Tupac, although I greatly respect him. I think Tupac and the Outlaws had a song called Hit 'Em Up, very famous song, and around maybe the end, maybe it was the last few bars or bar in the song, Tupac says, "And Chino XL, fuck you too." And that was on one of Tupac's most famous songs, Hit 'Em Up. So just those one or two bars from Tupac. This is right before Tupac's tragic murder probably did great damage to Chino XL's career. And of course, when Tupac tragically passed, his life was taken. Chino XL's career never really recovered to where it was before that. In 95, 96, where Chino XL was getting attention from MTV and stuff like that. He was getting videos played on MTV. But back to the topic of Eminem ripping Chino XL off. If you hear songs like from Chino XL's first album, and even before that, because Chino XL was in a hip-hop duo with a DJ and producer whose name is Kerry Chandler. When they were in that duo, the duo was called Art of Origin. Art of Origin is the name of the duo. This is 1992. Chino XL is doing basically the Slim Shady, lyrical, tough guy, street smart, battle rapper style back then. Back in 91, 92. And Art of Origin broke up in probably early 1994. And later in 1994, Chino XL had a song called Rappers Are in Danger. Chino XL later reincorporated lyrics from Rappers Are in Danger into a song that came out on Here to Save You All in 1996. And right there in mid-1994 on the song Rappers Are in Danger, you probably can find it on YouTube. Rappers Are in Danger. You can probably find that on YouTube, that song Rappers Are in Danger by Chino XL. You for sure can find his full-length album, Here to Save You All, from 1996. I recommend that you buy that album in physical format or on iTunes or Amazon, or just buy it. It's a great album. Chino XL deserves, fans spending money on his great material, but it's evident, so evident, that basically, and Eminem never gave Chino XL. He never mentioned Chino XL's name. Of course, they've worked with and know a lot of guys. They have lots of guys, and some of them have passed, who are friends through the lyrical hip hop community. Proof, the late great Proof, would be a mutual friend of both of them. Proof of D12, rest in paradise. Royce, the 5'9", is a mutual friend of both of them. Crooked Eye, mutual friend. Joel Ortiz, mutual friend. DJ Premier, mutual friend of both Eminem and Chino XL. Rakim, mutual friend of Chino XL and Eminem. Common. I wouldn't say Common, a mainstream rapper like Common, is friends with Chino XL, but he has worked with him. And for sure, Common knows Eminem. Tech Nine, from the Midwest there, from Kansas City, I believe. Tech Nine is Tech Nine and Kriz Calico are both mutual friends of Eminem and Chino XL. I should mention that Chino XL and Eminem did appear together on one track, along with Cool G Rap, Pharaoh Monch, J.O. Felony. Exhibit was on that track. Exhibit, probably another mutual friend of Eminem and Chino XL. Tech Nine was on that track. This track I'm talking about. KRS-One, another mutual friend of Eminem and Chino XL. I'm trying to remember if anyone else was on this track. I've mentioned a lot of names. This track, of course, was the Anthem 1999. The 1999 Anthem. Sway, Calloway, and King Tech's 1999 Anthem was the song that had all these artists on it. It had Exhibit, Eminem, Chino XL, Tech 9, KRS-One, Kool G Rap, J.O. Felony, Thero Monch, the RZA, it had RZA on it, but all these great, all these lyrical rappers were on the same track, and it's obvious that Chino XL on that track in mid-1999 had better lyrical ability than Eminem, and they're both on the same track. I don't know if they ever met face-to-face in the studio to record their verses for the track, but it's evident that Chino XL outshined Eminem on that track. And since then, since the year 2000 and 21st century, Chino XL is hardly ever mentioned, hardly ever given dap for his innovation in underground and hardcore hip-hop. Chino XL is never given recognition for helping to co-found through his style modern battle rap. So anything you see in Ultimate Rap League, Smacks /URL, or King of the Dot, or Got Beef, or Flip Top Battles, or any major battle rap league, modern battle rap league in the world, Chino XL was basically the father of the battle rap, the modern battle rap style. I'm trying to remember the name of the one in England. There's a big battle rap league in England. I don't watch as much battle rap as I used to, or rap battles on YouTube as I used to. Shady Horo, it has, and Mark Grist and Shady Horo are maybe co-owners or co-founders of it. But Chino XL does not get the respect he deserves. Eminem did rip off his style. And finally, I'm going to name some tracks. These are songs, early Chino XL songs, to kind of prove my point. First, Rappers Are in Danger by Chino XL. Riot featuring Ras Kass. No Complex. What else? Many different ways. Many different ways. That's from Chino XL's first album. Feeling Evil Again from Chino XL's first album. Again, there. Feeling Evil Again. Deliver. Ghetto Vampire from Chino XL's first album. There's more. Chino XL had a song with Kool Keith on his first album. I can't remember the name of it. It's something. There's two titles to it. It goes slash, and then Shabba-Doo is the other part of it, I think. Gravitation. That's another one from Chino XL's first album, where Chino XL has members from his original rap group that came after Art of Origin, called Gravitation, or the Gravitation Clique. So all those songs there, basically the whole album of Here to Save You All, which first dropped in April of 1996, Eminem ripped all that off. And Eminem also ripped off artists, again, like the Insane Clown Posse. These are a lot of Michigan artists here that Eminem met before he became famous. The Insane Clown Posse, Twisted, the R.O.C., Big Herc, Awesome Dre, Kid Rock, and especially, again, Esham, the acid rap stylings of Esham. So, whenever you hear classic Eminem, whatever popular classic Eminem song that came out between 1999 and 2004, you're basically hearing Chino XL from a white guy's perspective. That's what I'm saying here. That's what you're hearing. Chino XL from a white guy from Michigan's perspective. That's it. There's no difference. Listen to the whole album of Chino XL, the album called Here to Save You All, and you'll see what I mean. And then go listen to Eminem's The Slim Shady EP and his first full-length mainstream studio album, The Slim Shady LP, and you'll see what I mean here. You can also listen to Eminem's second mainstream album, the Marshall Mathers LP. You can listen to the Eminem Show. You can listen to Eminem's album Encore. All of those are what are considered collectively as a group Eminem's most famous albums, directly almost ripped off from Chino XL. Chino XL is actually 2 years younger than Eminem. Eminem's next month, I think, is turning 45, and Chino XL either next month or in November is turning 43. So Chino XL is actually 2 years younger. And lastly, please buy in digital or physical format, if you're a fan, all of Chino XL's music. He won't let you down. He has great range as an artist. Not just battle bars or vicious kind of bars or punchlines or metaphor similes. He can storytell. He can do religious, spiritual themes. He can do gangster rap lyrics. He can do love songs, like emotional love songs. He can do songs, autobiographical songs about his earlier life. He can do it all. Chino XL is one of the greatest rappers of all time, an unsung hero of hip hop. So please, because I know most of you guys have bought a great deal of Eminem stuff, but please buy in physical or digital format Chino XL music. Please support the artist. And lastly, my shirt came up. I'm not doing that shirtless thing. That was an accident, and I've been sniffling like this the whole time, again because of my allergies that I have. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please buy Chino XL's music in physical or digital format. And I'm not trying to diss Eminem. I'm not dissing Eminem. I'm not putting Eminem down. In fact, my favorite Eminem album is actually Infinite. And of course, Eminem was inspired on that album by Nas and AZ and Masta Ace and Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and Lakim Shabazz and Craig G. But that version of Eminem, the Eminem on his album Infinite, felt to me as the most truthful and honest version of Eminem. I haven't listened to any of Eminem's newer stuff, pretty much from Relapse on, so I've listened to snippets of it, but I think Eminem's best work was on the album Infinite from 1996. So I'm not dissing Eminem, but I'm just stating something that's a truth, and all hip-hop heads or dedicated hip-hop fans will know this is the truth, that Chino XL was ripped off by Eminem. I can see why Chino XL doesn't want to ever mention this because of Eminem's immense popularity and wealth, and they have lots of mutual friends still in the hip-hop world. So I'm just pointing something out, guys, and again, thank you. I appreciate you guys for watching this.